Hello, hello, hello. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Welcome to Done by Dorothy. This is Dorothy. We are working on our Christmas journal along for 2021. Yesterday we finished pulling and putting all the pages in for our signatures, and we've got all those done and paper clipped. I'm going to set them to the side. If you did not see that or the intro where we walked through everything in the kit, make sure you go check that out on our channel. And it'll all be in the Christmas Journal Along 2021 playlist. So make sure you go check those out. Okay, so we're going to set that to the side for right now. And we're going to pull out, we're going to be doing, making two little things. We're going to be doing something with our little paper doll kit. And we're going to be doing a shaker card. For both of these, I am using, let me find them because here they are. They are the Ultra Pro Premium Card Sleeves. You get 100 of them from Walmart is where I got mine. You can buy them online too. They're extremely inexpensive. I paid I think $234, $38, $264, $68, something like that. It was less than $3 that I paid for 100 at my Walmart. So, go out there and grab them. I'm going to grab one of these out. And they're really cool because they come like double packaged, so you don't have to worry about them like flying all over the place or whatever. You can keep them sort of sorted. So I'm going to pull one out. And they measure, they're like, if you're looking for them at Walmart, you're going to look where like the Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, like the game cards are, baseball cards. If you can't find them, just ask where the baseball card supplies are because that's what these are for. And they're 2.5 by 3.5 is what size they are, and they work out perfectly. So I am going to need one of these, and I'm actually going to use, I think, the sweater one, maybe. I don't know. Let me look through and see what I want to use. Ooh, I think I'm going to use this one. I think I'm going to use the dark one. Yep. So I'm actually going to use this one. And this is one of the rectangles that come in the kit. I'm going to use that. Then we need to look through our ephemera here. I'm just going to pull a handful of it out and run with it. I think I'm going to use the Merry Christmas at the bottom. So that'll work. And then I need some type of little tag or tickets. Big one there. Let's do a green because that sort of stands out. Oh, and how about a candy cane? I think those would go. Those would look really cute. I'm looking to see if there's something else that I want to stick in there as far as ephemera wise. I think I like that. I think I'm going to pull out, let's see if I can find another one. I guess I can use that. I think I'm going to pull out my Jingle Bells to put in the middle. Maybe, I don't know. We may hold on that. Let me see what else I have here. You know what? I may use this little Snow Pass ticket with the green. I think that'll look really cute. Seeing what? There's a free pass. No, I like the Snow Pass. Okay, so that is what we need for that. And then for this one over here, I'm going to use, let's see. I'm looking through here trying to find something specific that I had. Do that there. That will work. Let me try to get all of this stuff out of the way where we pull it all out. There is tons of ephemera in here. And once we get these two done, if we have extra time, then we may work on putting some more together. Okay, let me get that out of the way. So besides this, I'm going to be using some Suquine score tape. You don't have to use that. You can use glue if you want to. I'm just using this for, I have my little Tim Holtz scissors. Let me reach in here in my drawer. You'll also need a pencil. You also need a pencil, a ruler. I think that may be it for right now. You'll need your ink. You'll need your, oh, you know what we got to get to? We need one other thing. We need sort of like a card size piece of ephemera, like a baseball playing card size. So let's look through here and see. Yep, I think we'll use that one. That's sort of cute. And that way you can sort of see the difference that you can do them two separate ways. Okay. And that goes with the green really well too, I think. Okay, so we're going to start with this one because it's a little simpler. And all I did is I've taken one of the baseball sleeves and I've got my little girl and all her little clothes just in the little bag. And then I've basically went and folded it down about 1/4 of an inch, give or take. And I'm actually going to probably go 1/8 of an inch, which is going to be sort of tight to get in there. Probably not, a little bit more than 1/8 of an inch, right between 1/8 and a. And I'm going to use my Tim Holtz tiny attacher. You can use glue or tape or whatever you want. And I'm just going to very lightly just staple that in there because I want to sort of hold that down to sort of contain that. And it's not even going to be anything major. There we go. So they're just going to tack the top down. Right like that. Okay. Then I'm going to reach in here. I'm trying to find a certain piece of paper that we had yesterday. I thought I had it out with this. And I've moved it probably and put it somewhere, which is what always happens. That's okay. That's okay. We have our file folders over here, so that works. I'm going to measure this. And I know I'm not. So it's 2.5. So I'm going to cut this off at, I'm going to do it at 3. And I'm just using, like I said, this is just, these are scraps of, when I do altered file folders. They're just scraps. I'm just going to go down here and cut this off. So I'm playing with, I don't want the score parts in there. And this is just the ends that I, let's see. So I need this to be 3. And I'm going to trim it down to roughly 1 1/4. So 3 inches by 1 1/4 is what I'm going to use. Okay, easy, easy. And I'm going to grab my ink and I'm going to ink this up real fast because, ink always makes everything look better. And I'm actually going to just very lightly sort of tap across the top, not to do any, it's not really going to, it's just going to add a little aging to it like that. And again, same thing with the back, just sort of. sort of age it up a little bit. Okay, so I'm actually going to use that for the front. Okay, so I have my little girl, then the little bag here, and I've got where I stapled it, and I want to just glue that down. Well, guess what? Fabri-Tac, guys. Fabri-Tac. Because Fabri-Tac works wonders. And I know I'm going to have other stuff I'm going to glue on top of there. So I'm going to go ahead and just do a nice batch of glue on there. Lots of glue. Okay, so I'm going to take my little girl, and I'm just going to take where the line is, where I fold it under, and glue it on there. Then I'm going to put a little glue on top of that section, making sure I don't get down on the actual bag on the front. Okay. And I'm going to come in, and I'm going to use one of the banners. This one has the holly and stuff on it. And I'm going to just take it, and I'm going to match it up with the bottom of my thing. And I'm going to push it down to where the flag part's off. So this is just going to like show as a rectangle in the background. Let me grab my little bone folder and sort of work around my little staples in there. You need to slide it around some, you can. Just one nice thing about Fabri-Tac is you got a little bit of time. Okay. And I'm just sort of burnish that some there. Okay, so I put that on top. And I'm going to come back in with my Joy to the World. And I'm probably only going to put glue on half of it because I know I can come back and add more if I need to. Right like that. And I'm going to put it to where it shows a little bit of that background, but not a ton. So it's sort of even there. There we go. And then we've got our little bag with its little topper. So this is actually going to go inside of the front of our journal cover. And let me find a piece of paper to sort of show you. Because we're making our cover last because we want to make sure we make it large enough and we don't make it too small for the thickness. So like if this is our cover, then this is going to go on our page. And what we'll do is we will glue around this edge here and here, just right around the edge like this. Or, I mean, technically we could put it in on one of our pages if we wanted to. We could put it on a page. And then we'll be able to pull whatever ephemera we want to, and we'll have it as a little tuck. So my goal, my thought, if I can find it, is I'm going to put this in the front cover, and then this is going to slide down in there, probably with a couple tickets, and it's going to have the Christmas Journal Belongs To, and it'll be tucked in there. So there's that. So I'm going to grab, what did I do? Okay, here it is. Here it is. I have an old cigar box. Let me take this stuff out of, and this is just where I'm going to be storing my ephemera as I get it done. So that goes in the box. So when we get done, I can go ahead. All my stuff is together, so I can put my journal pages in here. They will fit. And my ephemera. Okay. So now we're going to move on to our little pocket. And again, yep, I already pulled one out. Okay, so where we're going to start with this first. Let's start with, let's go ahead and get the base done first. Okay, so I'm going to take my card first of all, and I'm going to match wrong sides together. And I'm simply going to fold in half and burnish. Okay. I'm going to grab my ink and go ahead and ink where I folded. That way that's done. I don't have to think about it again. It's finished. Okay. Now I know that my bag, my little bag here, measures 2.5 by 3.5. So I'm going to cut my little opening 3 by 2.25. So basically, what I'm going to do is to make it easier on myself, I'm going to open this up. Okay. And just to make it easier on me, I sort of like to go down the middle because it gives me a guide that I can actually see, because it darkens that line up. It's one of those old things. Okay. So I'm going to take my ruler, and again, it's going to be, I'm going to use a 1/2 inch or 1 centimeter you could use. No, I would go about 1.5 centimeters. Let's see, it's going to be at, yeah, just about 1.5 centimeters. Really close anyway. Okay, so I'm going to put my ruler up, and I'm just going to mark it a 1/2 inch. And I'm going to do this twice on that side. I'm going to flip it, go by where I folded. Same thing. Let me put this up here where you can see. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm going to put my ruler down at 1/2 inch, and then I'm just going to mark it. Slide it down at a 1/2 inch and mark it. And I do 2 on each side, all the way around. And again, this isn't rocket science. It doesn't have to be exact, but you want it to be even. If you have a quilting ruler that you can see through, or one of the Tim Holtz see-through ones, these work great for that too. Okay, then I'm just going to lay my ruler down on the 2 lines on the same side. Line it up. And then just going to draw my line. And you're on the inside, so don't worry about it. It's not going to make a difference. I apologize if my head gets in the way here, guys. I'm trying to do this way. And I'm just going to do that all the way around. Mark it all the way around. Oops, that one's crooked. That one's crooked. And it's pencil, so if you get something crooked, just... Okay, and set my ruler aside. Now I'm going to take my little Tim Holtz scissors. Okay, and I'm going to hold it. That still looks crooked, guys. I think I did it sideways from, maybe I measured it wrong because I was, so give me a second. And you'll be able to see when you look at it that it may not look quite exact, and you'll be like, oh, wait a minute. What in the world happened? And it may be that okay, then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to put it as close to the line as I could get and just poke a hole, and then I'm going to cut the inside rectangle out. And I like putting it as close to the line as I can get, because the closer I can get it to inside that to the line is the more of my paper I can use. And then I'm just going to cut around until I get that rectangle cut out. There we go. Almost done now. There we go. And then I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and I'm just going to cut off that little edge where I poked my scissors through. So that's all that I have to scrap, except if you cut it crooked like I just did. Okay. So if you actually do this first, you can fold this over and use it on the base of the one we did earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and ink this because I like inking it, having it finished. I'm going to ink this and throw it in my bag because now I have a little rectangle I can use for a ephemera. So there's no throwaway. This was the throwaway, guys. You really can't beat that. Okay, now I'm gonna ink up inside where I trimmed. Make sure you get in the corners real good. They're the hard part to get. And you don't have to ink in here, but I think it just adds, it makes it look so much more finished. I know people always see the rectangles in those kits and they're like, what do I use them for? And I'm like, here you go. Okay. So this one went this way. This one we're doing this way. So we're doing, this was vertical. This we're doing horizontal. So I need to slide my little journaling card in here. Get it all straightened up and see. So that's what's going to show in the background. And at this point, you can decide, you know, do I want to use this? Do I want to try to find something else? And I'm actually going to see if I can find another horizontal card, maybe that one's too large. And I don't really want to cut it down any because it's too cute. So I may end up, you know what? Where did that go? Where did you go? Hold on. I'm digging through my... That might work. Hold on, I'm digging through the bag of ephemera. Oh, that one, it's really cute. Would that fit in there? We might be able to pull that one off. Let's see. Let's get that out of there. Yeah, I think we actually can pull off the Santa in there and sort of frame him. It's going to be exact, though. That right there is exact. So I'm actually going to take my pencil and go around this so I know exactly where to put it once I glue. And that's all going to be hidden behind, so it's not going to matter anyway. So let's go ahead and glue him and get him down in there. So that worked out good. My next one was going to be the Believe in Magic little card at the top, with which would work too. Okay. And we're also doing this one different too, because this is going to be just a straight shaker. This one, remember, had the pocket in the back. So this one's actually not going to have a pocket in the back. We're going to do a tuck across the bottom. So we'll show you that in a second. Let me get that done here in a second. Okay, so Santa's in there. Let's close him and make sure he's, yep, it fits perfectly. Awesome. Okay, so now we need to grab our little bag, and these are the white, green, and red ones I have, and I've already like put some in this little bag, so I had them sort of pre-mixed. Okay, and you're gonna think it takes a lot. It does not take a lot. If you put too many, they won't move around. So, and I like it. This is, and like, see, that's more than enough right there. Oops, I don't put that in there because they're mixed. And then just fold down. And then I have these for any other things that I use. And I just slide that down in my jar with that. And that stays in there with the green. And I have green, white, and red. And again, I got these at, well, the jars I got from the Dollar General, but the confetti I got from the Dollar Tree. You get all 3 colors in a pack for $1 right now, I think, because it's Christmas time, so it's with their Christmas thing. And I like these because they're big, so it's not quite as aggravating about getting it everywhere. Okay. And see, that's going to be more than enough to shake through on there. Okay, and then this is where I like using my score tape, because I'm going to just put this about half of it on the front. I don't like using my little paper scissors with any of that because it gets sticky. Okay, and then I'm just going to pull the paper off, and I'm going to take that and fold it over the top. That's sealed. Now my bag's sealed. So now I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put this into the crack of where it goes, and then I'm just going to straighten it up the best that I can. Make sure it's nice and even. And then I'm just going to go ahead and use that double-sided tape to stick that down in there. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my glue, and I put glue on the bottom half of the frame, like on the outside edge, go around the very outside edges. I don't go down towards the middle because I don't want to get glue on the front of my bag. And this will squeeze out some. I mean, you can go about halfway up if you need, just to make sure you have enough. But you don't want to like put so much it's going to be going everywhere. And Fabri-Tac works great on plastic, so it works great. And you're just going to match that up in glue like that. Glue the outside edges to see that's completely glued now. And if I can get it, you have to beat it around a little bit to get it to like function the way you want it to. And then so see, it's got Santa in there. Makes it sort of really cute Santa. So there's that. So down here at the bottom, I'm going to put the little Snow Pass ticket. Little candy cane over it, maybe. I think I'll take that in the back. I'm just going to put the Merry Christmas across the bottom. So I wanted to do that instead of putting it on the back of my ephemera. I'm just going to put it on the corner of my frame here. And then adhere it. There you go. Flip over, rub, and you're good to go. Okay, so this is going to flip. So this is going to be showing on the back. I don't really want that showing on the back like that. This is where I'm going to come in. It's going to come in to put in my little snow pass with my little candy canes. But I think I want to put this thing. Oh, I can go it this way. I actually think I'm going to put it. And again, I'm just going to glue around the outside edges, across the bottom, and up the side. Don't do the top because I want to use it as a little tuck. And I'm actually going to put this right below here. So make that look like that's supposed to be there. The candy canes can tuck in there. Let's see, is there anything else I want to tuck in there? I can do the little heart in there with it. No, I think I actually like the candy canes in there. Hold on, guys. I'm looking, seeing what I can find here. Okay, I don't use that. That's too big. Let me see. I know I have a couple other ones of those that are smaller. There's one that's smaller. Let's see how that one looks in there. So I like the green in the background because I think it adds a little bit of, there we go. And then I'm going to grab a piece of my coffee dyed paper and I'm just going to sort of measure this up over here. And I'm just going to sort of fold and rip. I don't want it exact, but I'm just going to do the same thing here. And same thing on the end. I'm actually going to fold over a little bit more over here. And fold a teeny tiny little piece at the top. Let me pull these out. Let me grab my ink. I'm going to ink this up a bit. Like that. And drop some glue on the back of it. Then we come up right up here, sort of center it up a little bit, right like that. And that adds a little journaling spot, and try to put it on there a little bit straighter. Third time's a charm, guys, I'm telling you. So you got a little journaling spot on there. You got your little candy cane, which I'll put up there. Yellow green ticket. And your candy cane on there to sort of as decoration. And then you got Merry Christmas on the front. And then what we'll do is we'll use a fabric scrap to adhere it to the edge of a page so it actually becomes a flip over. So I'll grab my box. So we've got our little girl, we've got our journaling spot. Flip. I want to put paper on here too. I actually think I did it right like that. Let's ink it up. I'm going to leave the straight side on there too, just because I sort of like how it. I'm going to give us a little journaling spot there. I was going to glue it in. I thought maybe to be a pocket on the back, but I think I do want to put a journaling spot in there. I love having hidden journaling spots all throughout my journal. So I'm going to see. I'm going to go through and I'm inking very heavily around the outside edges. Just sort of moving in as I go. So it's getting darker and darker on the outside as it's lighter on the inside. There we go. So see, it ends up like with that on the back. So I will pull this down here. Oops. Make sure I have it the right way up. I'm going to ink this, the back of this up. There we go. So this is going to leave the star tips at the bottom and the side, right like that. And it'll do the decorative behind the little star at the bottom, so it won't look too bad. Let's see. Layering, layering, layering. Okay, so right like that. Try to get my glue off really fast before it dries. Because most of the time on that, you can roll it and it'll come right off, or like that. So, this is a shaker. It's got the tuck. It's got the pocket at the top with the firmer sticking in, which, I mean, technically, let's ink this up like we did the other, just sort of going around darkening the edges. Not all the way, but I mean, you can still write on it. You'll have more than enough room to write, but it'll just, and we'll put this, the little kids this way, and the little December coupon that way. That way you have something tucked in both of them. Let's darken this up around the outside edges too. So the kids playing on that one, and then you flip it over and you've got your December ticket here. We could actually, let's put another something in there. Let's see what else we have here that we could put in there. No. Okay, well, that may be what we leave in there for right now. I may just put like some little ribbon tops on them or something like that as we put them in. But yeah, so there you go. So that can go in our box. So we've got that, and the. So we'll just keep compiling and adding. I hope you enjoyed those little things. Like I said, you know, I'll do a couple of them to each signature, you know, because we have 2 signatures. So I'm going to put all my little pieces up in here. And we will be back tomorrow to create more in our Christmas journal along. So I hope you enjoyed it. Oh, one thing I will talk about really fast before I go is we have our little mini journal, and I want to put one in each one, so we'll split those up really fast. Oh, that's a red and a red, a picture and a picture, a blank one and a blank one. Let's see, we did this last time. And this. So I don't want to put the front like I did on the signatures that were did. So this is going to be the metal. We'll do that. We'll do that, that, and that. And these will fold up. And these will be there we go. And this will be the inside. And then let's do that. Here we go. Let's put this for the front. Let's do this. And then this, and then this, and then this. And some of these, I cut these out by hand, so I probably will have to, like this one, I can tell. This one's fine. This one, for whatever reason, there's one page that's a little too long. So I'm just going to trim it off. There we go. Let me ink up that side again. There we go. Okay. Then we have our 2 little music sheets. Let's see. So I'm going to actually divide this in half so we can do both of them with the same sheet. And these are the scrap pieces that we had left over from when we did our other. So I am just dividing these up and using the leftovers. Okay, and then I'm just going to tear a small section of this off. Yeah, I don't want to use that section because that's the section that was all folded and bent up. So we'll just grab my cutter, and we'll have, you know, a couple little pages within our and let me get over here in our box where we're at, where I'm throwing everything out of. So if you can hear everything dumping, that's what that is. I just knocked everything over. And I have this little doily, so I'm just going to rip it down the middle. There we go. And we'll just put it in here. I'm actually going to and I'm just folding this like we did the other. Like that. Do a little piece of sheet music. I'm going to put my little doily. I'm going to fold it in half and put it in the center. Let's see. I'm going to take my little sheet here and fold it in half. Like that. Take my little piece of wrapping paper, and I'm not even worried about it being straight. I will probably try that really, really bad side. I think it looks sort of good. Is this cuteness? Let's see. Oops. Sneezy cat. And then I'm going to grab one of these that's in here. I think I'll use this one. I'm going to fold it in half. And again, I'm going to go ahead and rip it. I'm going to ink the edge because it's not inked on both sides. And then fold it in half, and that creates another little page that we can use in here. And there's that one. And then there's this one. Put that in the middle there. And I'm just folding all these, or, you know, let's put that there. And that would look really cute there. This will add a pop of color because that's so plain. And then our little sheet of music. That slides in there. So we have those ready to go. We will find those, and well, we could do that right now, actually. Let me grab a little ribbon. So I have some of this. It's really cute. So that's what I was gonna run, is just tie a ribbon closure around it. So even if you wanted to pull these out and use them as tucks throughout your journal, you could. And I'm just going to pull that tight and then just make a little knot. Right like that. So it's just very, very basic. But I sort of like leaving it that way because you never know where you get in and you want to, you need an extra page. And the one really cool thing about having these is, you got all the little mini pages. So if you get to a spot where you need, you need a little journaling, you're journaling on a page and you have a little bit more than the space you need on the page, you can pull one of these out and, take a paper clip and just paper clip it to the side of the page and have a little flip. And, that gives you half a page more writing room. I'm going to cut these down a little bit. There we go. So voila. 2 little mini journals to tuck. We are moving right along. So we have our 2 little minis, a little paper doll sack, our flip out journaling spot, our flip out pocket, and we got our journals done. So slowly getting there, a little bit every day. So thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video today. We will be back again tomorrow with Journal on Christmas 2021. Have a great day. Stay safe and healthy.